So according to Coach JV here, we could have trillions of dollars to enter crypto because XRP derivatives are going live today. This means US banks will have massive unlocks, regulation could add 3 billion new crypto users, and President Trump's bull market breakout could be right around the corner. Now, this is a very interesting time for crypto given the fact that Bitcoin right now is actually breaking out and decoupling from the overall markets. Today we see Bitcoin at 88,300 and we see the S&P 500, the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones down about 2.5% each on the day yesterday. Now the futures are telling a slightly different story here. We see that they are slightly up. You can see almost 1% up for the S&P, the Dow and the Nasdaq, and XRP as we speak is sitting about $2.08. Currently the trade that we've been tracking here on the channel is also at about a 72% gain, and if you guys do want to do something similar by trading on the futures market, there is a link to Blowfin down there in the description. You can trade on the spot market, the futures trading market, and you can use their copy trading option, all using the links down there in my description. And I have been testing out their copy trading recently, and so far from a $10,000 investment over the course of about 6 weeks, we've made $2,475. So if you want to check this out for yourself, the links to Blowfin along with all of the bonuses you'll get are down there in the description. And taking a look at XRP right now, as we've been discussing on a technical level, just like Bitcoin, it does look like that XRP is on the verge of a breakout here from a descending channel, which could be seen as bullish. Now, so far, we have seen the Bitcoin and crypto market following the overall stock market. When the S&P 500 and Nasdaq are down, Bitcoin is down. However, now we're seeing something very interesting happen. From the highs to the low, Nasdaq to where we are now is down 19%, and Bitcoin itself is actually only down approximately 18%. So Bitcoin right now to the day is actually outperforming the Nasdaq, which is something it does actually closely follow. Now you might be thinking, well, what on earth does that have to do with XRP? Well, in my opinion, what XRP's price is dictated by right now is the price of Bitcoin and the overall sentiment of the market. Now I know a lot of people disagree with that information. They think that XRP has nothing to do with the market, yada yada yada. Right now, guys, I wholeheartedly disagree. Maybe there is a time one day where XRP decouples from the Bitcoin price and the crypto market, just as Bitcoin is decoupling from the Nasdaq and the overall market. That could come when institutions and banks start implementing the XRP ledger and trillions of dollars starts to transact on that XRP ledger. That right now is not happening. It is pure speculation, and you have to understand that it might never happen, or it might very much happen, and we might be on the verge of an absolutely historic breakout for XRP. But you have to understand that both of those eventualities are possible, and it's good not to be 100% on either side. That is why I hold XRP in the spot market, but I also trade it on the leverage market for shorter term swing trades, so I can make profit in the short-term gains just in case we end up going back down, just like what has happened in the previous times for XRP, because I am a realist and someone who understands that he just doesn't know for sure what will come next, and I want to be making money no matter what happens in this market. So if you like a little bit of a different look on the market than you're maybe used to in this XRP crowded community on YouTube, do me a favor, smash the subscribe button and turn on those notifications. Even if you disagree with my outlooks, guys, and you don't like to see the other side of the coin, I completely understand, because most of the time we want confirmation bias. We want to hear from people who agree with us, and I get that. But I myself consistently watch on YouTube people who disagree with me so I can see both sides of the coin, so I make sure that I'm not focused on one thing, completely missing something else. So that's why I wanted to make these videos. And if you do have a question or something you want to tell me, let me know in the comment section, because guys, I am trying to bring you the updates about the things that you actually care about here on this channel. So do me a favor, subscribe, because I'm growing this new channel here. And with that said, some of the things that we see, like I said, Coinbase XRP derivatives are going live today, which could open the floodgates to more institutions. There are also 72 crypto-related ETFs sitting with the SEC right now, waiting for approval. And this includes an XRP ETF, along with Litecoin and Solana, which is very interesting because I actually have this thesis that eventually most of the investing, like the large amounts of money into the altcoin market, is going to come through the lights of ETFs. We may get basket ETFs with exposure to the crypto market as a whole, much like we have the S&P 500, or it might just stick to individual cryptos. But I think that this is going to be a big push to get a lot of investment into the market. But of course, people are very worried right now. So we're in an unknown period in the market. It's very volatile. So I wouldn't expect massive amounts of money to flow into the market right away. But first, we want to see Bitcoin pave the way. Now, the reason why the market is uncertain right now is obviously because of the amount of money the S&P 500 and the overall stock market is losing due to the basic tariff wars that are happening. And right now we're on the 12th day of the 90-day tariff pause, and the market initially was pricing in deals. Now, no deals have happened yet, so the market is now getting uncertain and in turn worried, and that is why we're seeing some downturn in the prices, in my opinion. Japan has also come out and basically said that they will not be conceding everything. We won't be able to secure our national interest, right? So right now, the market is uncertain. The S&P 500 is going down. The overall market is having a pullback, but Bitcoin is decoupling, which could mean that some of the altcoins like XRP also start to decouple here. But I think it's going to be harder for them to move right now, but they could come soon. These moves could come soon. And we do have something interesting as well. Pro crypto Paul Atkins sworn in as the new SEC chairman. And why this is interesting for the XRP community is very simple. Pro crypto sworn in to the SEC chair. What do we also have? A pro crypto government, and that pro crypto government is pro specifically American crypto, which XRP very much is. So this could all be very bullish news for XRP, both in the short term and the long term, guys. So with that said, right now, XRP on a technical level, we are having 2 days of green, but around the $2.13 mark would be the region that I would be watching closely to see what might happen next. Here, if we put that in, that's really the region we're looking to break. Right now, we've just been consolidating, and this looks relatively strong to me here. The lows put in at about $1.60. We got our trade at $1.67. And if you want to be sure not to miss our next trade and our next update, subscribe. And if you do want to trade this market, maybe you want to trade the futures market and you want to do an XRP long or even an XRP short, if for some reason you think that XRP might be going down from here, you can do so over on Blowfin. It's one of the fastest exchanges I've personally used. And the key to Blowfin is you can access it from anywhere in the world, guys. So you don't need to provide any personal details, no IDs, none of that. You don't even need a VPN to access it. So if you want to, all of the links are down there in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.